to start out with these power chords: E, 022, and then F sharp 244 up to the G 355. So we got 1, 2, 3. And you can kind of just start with just the E bass and then go into the 2 chords. So 1, 2, 3. Same kind of thing here, but with the A bass, and then to the 4 power chord, the C sharp, into the D power chords. After the 3 we come in, so 1, 2, 3. Slide that one down, and then we got the open to the 2 and 3, so that's A to the B and C power chords. We're gonna slide that C chord down to a B flat there on the 1st fret. And hit that G a couple times on the big strings there. So we got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we do that like twice, and we pop in on the C on the upbeat. So it's okay, so C power chord on the upbeat. And we have that D kind of honky tonk thing. We start with that pinky on the 9th fret of the D string with that D power chord. We hit that a few times. This is like the G power chord with that 4th fret of the G string in there with it. And then basically that riff is the verse too. We're going to do this a couple more times for the verse. We got now this 3rd time we're going to go. So we have an E minor chord. We got 7, 9, 9, 8. You can do that 7 down there too if you want. You just kind of want to hear that 8 to get that minor feel. Then there's a fill that's really cool. That's going to go on top of that E minor chord later on. We'll get to that. Okay, so this 3rd time was. So we went to the C. We kind of have a 5 to 7 on the A, 5 on the D, kind of back to that, back to our G chord there. So once again, it was like. So we have a 7, 5, 7, 5. We got a couple of D power chords there. So we had the. 2, 3 on that ABC. And on this one, we're gonna go like 0, 2, 3, and kind of hit the 3, 2, 0 of a C, open C chord. It'll end with 2 on the D, open G, open D, to the big 3 of a G chord, kind of on the upbeat before the new measure. So it'd be like. Okay, so it goes right back into that kind of pre-verse thing. We're into a new verse. 2, 3, 4. See, I can do like a kind of a muted and then an upstroke instead of just the downstrokes from normal. So. 7, 8, 8. And then 8, 6, 8. Bend the 8 to the 6, so it's 2, 3, 4, 1. To that 6, let me go 8, 6 on the B, little 6 to 8 over here. Let me go 8, 6, 7 to 5 on the G, 3, 5 on the D, little 3. So let's look at all that we got. There you go, 3, 6 on the second. Bend the 5 on the G up and down, go 3, 5, 5. So then 5, 3, bend the 5, going up those 3s to that 3. So it's 5, 3 on the D, slide into the 7, 6, 6, 8. So once again, 3, 4, 1. Now we're going to do a wide bend, a 1.5 step bend on this 8. Come down, get the 6, 8. 8, 6, 8 to the little 6, little bend. We're going to come middle finger on the 12 and the G. So we have 12, 11, 12, 13. Bend the 13 to the 11, 12 and the G. 12, 10, 12, 11. It's going to slide way up. So everything again, we got 3, 4, 1. Okay, now we have little 15, 18 on the second. We're going to bend the 17 on the third. 15, 2 17s, so 17, 15. So that was little string 18, bend, and then a regular 18. 15 on the second. So that was 17 on the G. 15 on the B, and then 15, 16, 17 on the G, little 15. We do that twice. 18, kind of like a don't bend it, and then bend it a little bit, and then bend it a bunch of times to the full step there. Okay, so it's like. Okay, end up on that 15 right there. So that's the solo. We'll hit it one more time. 3, 4, 1. Okay, there's some other things to talk about. We got some slide in the beginning. Okay, so we have a G chord here, 12, 12, and 12 in the D, G, and B strings. Kind of swells in, maybe like a volume pedal or something. Let me have this. We got this little 15 down there, and then we're gonna have 13 on the second. Okay, so we had the 13 on the second string, 13, 14, 15, and that slides to the 17, so it's, and then 11 to 10 to 8, and then 9 on the G, and then D string, 9, 8, 7, and 5, so. Okay, then the next one's going to start the same. Okay, that's gonna be 16 on the G. I have it written as 12, 15 twice. But it might be easier to go 16, 15, 17, 15. Okay, then at the end of the song, we've got another one of these things. We're going 13 to 15 on the second to little 15. And then into the 15. A couple more of those double 15, so it's. And then we're gonna have that. And then. So that's your ending there. Okay, then one more thing is we had that. We have a little bit of a hammer on, 7 to 9 on the D with that 7 beneath it. And it goes down to that lower one too. So it's like. And you're back into that other stuff. Okay, so after the solo and everything, we have more verse and chorus. We have a double chorus at the end, and we have that outro. So that's pretty much it for Don't Ask Me No Questions, Lynyrd Skynyrd. 2 pages of tabs. Check it out. Thanks a lot. See you soon. All right, this is going to be Simple Man by Lynyrd Skynyrd. We're going to have to detune all the strings a half step to be the same pitch as the recorded version, the album version. We're going to have this picking thing that happens a whole bunch of times in the song, so it's kind of the main part to get you going. So we're going to have... Okay, so we walk into the C chord with the open to 2 on the A. Then we're going to get into a C shape. We're going to go. So that was A string down to G string, D string, A string. So now we're going to go down to the second string. We do that second, third, fourth, and third. So all together we have. We're going to use that same type of picking pattern to go to the G. So we're starting on the big 3. D string, A string, G string, and then come back up to the G string here. So it's G, D, A, D as far as strings. Okay, so same type of picking thing. And check out the tab, of course, on this. A minor's next. We got. So with this one, we're going to go from the A string down to the G string, D string, A string. Up to the second string, second, third, fourth, third. So similar to the others as well. And then we're gonna go back to the A bass. So it's gonna be an A bass, second string, third, fourth. We're gonna have a little pinky on the little 3 down there. We're gonna go 3 to the 1 on the second string. And then we walk back into the C. Okay, so it does that 4 times in the intro to get it going, and then the next 4 times he's gonna sing over that. Now, one interesting thing they do, because they got like the double guitar players, you're gonna have one of the guitars is gonna start to hit some of those notes earlier than the others, so they feel like they're kind of echoing off each other. So one example of that would be like. So instead of going 3, 0, 2, back to the 3 there, I'm gonna go 3, 0, 2. Hit that 1 ahead of time and kind of wait to pick up those last ones. So it's like same thing there. I don't go back to the bass. I go dum, bum, dum, high G, hold it and finish off. And even that little 3 to 1 will kind of come ahead of time. So like I say, that's just kind of to add the second guitar's effect. So they kind of complement each other and sound real cool, panning out different and everything. Okay, so then we're going to get into, after the verse, we're going to have one guitar is going to keep the picking going as the other one gets a heavy sound. 0, 2, 3. Okay, so here's where you'd kick on your distortion box, right? So 0, 2, 3. Then we're gonna take the ring finger on the 5 of the A string. 5, 7, 5 to 3 to big 3 over here. So it's. And then same thing to the big 5. And then 0, 3, 0, 3 to 5, slide. Do it again. Okay, then we're back into another verse. That was the more straight picking, right? Do the straight picking, and then when you feel like you're ready to add that other thing, then you just got to hit those notes a little earlier, and you'll see how it works out really nicely. Okay, we're going to get into the chorus now at the end of this verse. So the end of this verse is going to have the A minor go. So we do a little bit of A minor, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, and then big open in 3, A power chord, chorus C, G, A, 0, 3, 0, A, and it kind of has like a. Do that 4 times. Okay, then we have one of those picking things for the intro of this next verse. You got your next verse. Then we're going to have that same ending. Into the chorus again. So we got 4 of those again. On the 4th one, you're going to go. Dun, 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 dun. And that leads into the picks it up for the solo that's coming, Gary Rossington solo. So it's. So the solo is going to get started with this. Okay, so let's start with that. We got 5 and 7 on the G string. Then we're going to bend that 7 with the 8 underneath it. And then bend that chord. Up and down, go to the 5, and then back to this chord of 7, 8. So we got. So we did the chord up and down again to the 5, and then to that 7 on the D. That's 12 to 14 hammer on the G. 14 again. To that 13 underneath it and back. So it's. Now we're going to go 17, 19 hammer on G. We have 19 and 20 here. So that's the octave of this one down here, the 7 and the 8. So we hit that chord. We're going to hit the 20. Go up and down with the 19 to the 17. And then hit the 19 and 20 chord. So then we go up and down with the 19 to the 17. To 19 on the D, bend that 20 on the 2nd string. Then we go 17 to 17, and then we hit the 20. Kind of go up on that 20. It's like we don't bend the 20, and then we bend it a little, and then we bend it like a full one, and then a big one. So it's like no bend, half step, whole step, step and a half. And then we have one more 20, which is just like a little half stepper. So it's like 17, 17 to the 20, up and down, 17 to 20, and then we go. So what happens there is we're bending I'm taking the middle finger into the 19 on the G, do the little 17 and bend the 20 on the 2nd. Do it 3 times. And that next time you can slide into the 17 and 17. So 17, 17, 17, bend the 20. And here you can get like a 5 on the D. Really what's important though is the 5, 7. Okay, so we have pick up on this 5 and 5, 7. Kind of go up twice on that one. Hit the 8 underneath it. Up and down to the 5. And then we got a bend on the 7. Little 5, 8 on the second. Bend that 8. So let's look at everything so far. We got. So we're going to slide into the 7 on the D, have that 5 on the G, and then on this new beat, we're going to get into it. So that was 7 to 9, 9 to 12, 12 to 14, and then 13, 15 on the second string, and then we're going to bend that 15. So that one I took the middle finger to the 16 on the G, hit the little 15, 15 up and down on the second string. And then here we're gonna have a little 15, 15 on the second up and down to the 13, so it's bend that little 15. I got these 2 5s on the bottom, bending that 7 on the G, up and down to the 5. So the rhythm on the end of that's like a, so it kind of goes A's to a C power chord. And then it walks back into its thing. Does that twice. So let's look at the end of the solo again. We had. Okay, so do that twice, like I say, you got another verse, and then you'll have a double chorus, and that's basically everything. Okay, so once again, the little picking part. Okay, and you got. And at the end of the verse thing, you got. Chorus. Right? And then into the solo, we got. All right, Simple Man, Lynyrd Skynyrd, couple pages of tabs. Hope you dig it. Talk to y'all soon. All right, this is Gimme Back My Bullets by Lynyrd Skynyrd. We're gonna have to detune all the strings 1/2 step. So go ahead and do that. We're gonna get into this. Okay, so that's our intro. So we have a chick, chick, chick. We got 3 of those muted hits. And then we're gonna go, and that's open to 3 on the E string to the A power chord. And then we're gonna pull off the 3 to open on the E, so it's, and then we're gonna come down here to the A string 3rd fret with that 2 on the D string. We can hit those at the same time, do a pull off. We're gonna have a chicka, chicka, and the kind of a little bend on the 3 maybe up here. Okay, so we got chick, chick, chick. Okay, then we stop on that one, then we start a verse. So that's the A power chord, O, 2, 2, and then chicka, and then C power chord to D power chord, back to A, and then we're gonna go. So that was the A string, then the 2 on the G, but make it staccato so it ends really quick, and then O2 on that G string, so we got. So that one's gonna be like the 3, the bass note, to those 5s on the middle strings there. Kind of do it faster the second time. And then G bass, those 2 middle open strings, part of a G chord. We got the bass to the 2s there on the A. Do a pull off on that 3 to open on the A, big 3. Then we're back into the second half of the verse. A, C, D, A. Now this time we're gonna go kind of A bass to the 2s, a little muted hit, back to 2s. Same thing on the C. Same thing on the G with the opens. Go back to that A there. So let's look at everything so far. We got. Verse. Okay, we pop into the main riff. Now we're into the chorus. We're gonna have a. Okay, so let's check out that chorus. We got the. So the second time of that, we're gonna get into a D chord. So we hit the D string, and then the 3rd fret, 2nd string, and then the 2 O. And then we go to a C here, 3rd fret, A string, G string, pull off 3 to 2 on the A there, to that big 3, to the A chord, and then O3, 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 O, pull off. So it's. Got that pull off, D again, and then the C we go. That one goes to G there with the 3-5-5. We got an O3 there at the end. And that's a open to its octave. That's an A to its octave. G to A there. So now in this one we're gonna go O2, 3 to the open G. C and then G, 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 A, and then. Okay, that takes us into the next verse. Getting into the chorus again, so we got. This time we stop there and we do it again, so it's like. Okay, then we're into the solo. We got D string 5 to B string 5. So there's a couple guitars doing this. One's just holding that, but the other one's like. That's what's in the tab there I got. So the other one's just like hold it, and then 4 and 3, same strings. Okay, then the solo starts. It's gonna go 2 D chords and then a chica, so. And then you got the 3 there, the C note. Pull off 3 to 2 to that G up there. Okay, so we got like 3 of those in the 4th one. So 3 hits on the A and then a G back to A. And then the bass goes like, start a new verse. Back to that D. Got that stop thing again. Now at this stage you just keep repeating that and it fades out. Okay, now let's look at the little intro lead. So when it starts it's like, and it goes. So he does a little bend, like a half step on the 7th fret of the G string. Goes to those 5s there on the G and the B. And then he goes kind of an answer in the lower octave. So you could do like a slide or a little half step bend on that 5 on the A. So that C note there. And then he's going to go. So we bend the 7 on the G, hit the 5 and 5 going down, and then the 5 on the G. It's a little 7 at the end there, and then he goes. Little trill on the 5-6 on the G, and ends on that little 5 down there. So once again, it's like. Okay, then the verse starts. So let's look at the rhythm intro one more time. We got. Okay, then we start our verse. Let's do the verse one more time. We got 3, 4. We got that chorus D. and then it goes. But later on in the song, you're gonna have that give me back, and then it resumes, right? And then you got your lead, 5/5, 4/3. Then we got this. Okay, that repeats and it ends with a. You got another verse, chorus, and then you got your staggered thing. Okay, so that's the opening of On the Hunt by LYNYRD SKYNYRD. We're going to start out with this B power chord, 2/4/4, starting on the A string going down. So we got. Now this part I use my ring finger, 2 to 5 on the A, 4 on the D, 5 to 4 slide on the A, go to an A note there. So we got 3, 4. We're going to do a little bendy thing, a little half step on that big 4 to the open. And it has like a little pickup note, the E there. And you can also do a muted hit after the B chord, so it's like. And then we have a fill that goes. So that's a bend on the 4th fret of the G string, and you pull off to the 2nd string. Hit the 4 again and slide it up. Now there's a harmony part with that. It's going to go a half step on the 7th fret of the 2nd string. So it goes bend up and down to the 5, slide the 7 up. So once again from the top, you got 3, 4. With the. Let me keep going. So later after that, you have 2 bends in the beginning. Other than that, it's the same stuff. Okay, so that's the intro rhythm and the verse rhythm. So the intro is like 4 times, and then the verse is 3 times. The 4th time of the verse is going to go. So at the end of that, slide into the big 5, pull off the 4 to open. So it's like. Gets us into the chorus here. Okay, so that first rhythm goes a long time. But here we have an E power chord. You could hit the big open with it. B. Sometimes it'll kind of slide the B up, and the D that we're going to do here is going to include that A note. So we have 5, 5, 7, 7 to make it sound bigger. We got an A, then we go. So A, C sharp to B there. You can do your E down there if you want, just mute the G string, or up here. And they've got a little vibrato on these chords. Sometimes they've got a. They'll hit the whammy bar one time before a new chord, so it'll be like. So that one's going to end with A twice, A, G, a little bend on that big 3 there, and then we're back into that. Okay, so we have a little short lead here. We got a bend on that 9 on the G. Little 7 to 2nd string 7. 10 into 12 in the 2nd. Okay, so we got. Okay, so that lead once again, we got. Hold that 12. You got 2 big bends, 1.5 step bends. Kind of goes up again for the next one, and there's like 3 on that time. So it's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Go 10, 12 there. Little quarter step bend on that 10 down there. And then 2 bends on this little 12. And then end with a quick little 10 to 12 in the second. And you're back into. Now there's one thing on the second time through these verses. You can take that 5-4 up into that 7 and then go do a 5-4 on the way down to a new one. So it's. You got that 5-4-0, E to B, D with the A bass, A. Okay, now we're getting into Gary Rossington's big lead here. So we have 2 bends on that 4. Pull off to the 2. Up and down, hold it, go. Okay, so we had 4 to 7, 7, 9, bend the 9, then the 12, then the 14. Okay, so we bent the 9, the 12, and the 14 all in kind of one little motion there. Okay, so that's how the beginning of the lead gets going. So we had, and he's always getting like some cool feedback and stuff. 4, 7, 7, 9. We're gonna bend that 9, 12, 14. Now this one's interesting. We're gonna hit the 15 on the second, bend the 17 up, and hit the 17s below it. We're gonna hit a 17 and then 2 19s. So you could do it a couple different ways. So you could have the middle finger. Gary does a lot of middle finger bending. You use the 3rd finger underneath it and then have your pinky free. Comes down off of that one. You got some bends on the 17 there. Now you could also just go move your pinky up and use it for both. Kind of go down with that bend to the 15. 2 bends on the 17, and then a downward. You got a 15 on the second, big bend on the 16. So we got. So that was 14 and 16 twice. Got 15 to the 16, slide down. Got the 9 bend on the G. A couple times, pull off. 9, 7 to 9 on the D. And then bend this 9. So we had 9, 7, 9 a couple times. Little 7s on the G and B, little half step kind of bend. Slide into the 11 with the middle finger and hit the 10s underneath it. So just 1 11 and then back and forth on the 10s. Hammer into that 12. So this is going to go. So we had a 12, hammer in, pull off, 2 big bends, 10, 12, 10, 12, slide that one down, bend the 17 on the second a couple times, pull off 15, 16, 14, so we got 7, 7 to the 9 and back, kind of put a chord in there a little bit before the last one. This is bend on the G, 7, 7 on the second, 10, 7 to 7, bend that 10 up on the second. We're going to end with a downward on the 10, or an up and down. Pull off, do a little 9 over here, pull off, 9 on the D and back. So we got okay, so it ends with. Now we have a. So 7 to 10, hammer. Got that 9 on the G over to the 7 there. 7, 9, 7, 9. Got that 9, 7, 5. You can hit this big 7 here. Kind of slide into the 9 on the D. 11, 10, 9, kind of a pull off there. Okay, so we got. Now we get into this killer Gary riff. Okay, so we're bending the 9. We hit the little 10, and then we go down and up on that bend. You kind of hit the 10, 10, 9, 10, 10. And then we're going to go up to the 11, do the same stuff. Okay, so we do that a little bit. We can slide into the 11, 14, 16. Okay, so we had the. 15, 17, down to that 16, little 17, 3 downwards, same thing with that 15 and big 16 bend, 14, 16, 16, and then kind of slide down and come from the 2 here in the G, into that 7, 7, 6, 6, 4, 4, 2, so. Okay, you're back in the verse. Okay, so let's talk about some other things that happen. We have an outro here coming up. It's going to go E to B, D to A. And then we do a little 4-2 on that A string. And then we go. chug on that A, hit the 4-2. Okay, so we have a go to the B. So everything's kind of a little ahead of the beat, kind of like thing, like and B, and B, and B, and with that 4-2 again. So 2, 3, and. There's also a riff that's going. That's what leads into that. So we got 4 on the G with a little open on the E. Down to 2. Up to 7. 4. Chug the A. And that sets up the last lead. So the last lead is like. Okay, so we get into that same kind of bendy riff, but we kind of start out with a slide up from 6 to 11. 2 bends. Got that 9 and 11 there. So we go up to the 13 and back. A couple 11s, use the 9 and 7 there. So we got. So 9, 7, 9, 11. Got that 12 below it. Pull off to the 9 up and down. Go to that D string. Then you have a hammer on pull off. Down to 7. Into the riff. Fades out on that. Okay, On the Hunt, Lynyrd Skynyrd. Hope you dug that. 3 pages of tabs. We'll talk to y'all soon. Okay, so that's the first Gary Rossington solo from Tuesdays Gone by Lynyrd Skynyrd. We're gonna have a bend on this 4th fret on the G string, then it's gonna go up and down twice, and then to the 2. So it's like. And then we're gonna do the same type of bend to the 2 on the D string, and then 3 bends to the 4 on the D. Hold that for a while. 2 on the G. 5, 4, 5, slide back and forth on the A string. And then we have hammer-ons. So 2, 4 on the A, 2, 4 on the D, 2, 4 on the G. Now we have this double string thing. We got to bending the 4 while playing the 5 on the 2nd string. So we had 1 up and then 1 up and down to the 2 and 2 in the G and D. Now here we had 4 and 5. Up to 6 and 7 and back. 2 on the G, Hold that for a while, and then the final little phrase. 6, 7, 9, 6 on the G, 7 on the D. So once more through this one, we got. Okay, now the second solo is going to start out with one of these bends again. Okay, so we're going to have 3 bends on the 4, 2. Now this one's a little different. We have a quick pull off to the 2. And we just go up on that one, so it's 4 on the G, 2 on the D. Kind of wait a little bit, have 2 bends up and down to the 4 and the D. And this one will hit a 4 again and go to that 2. And that'll be 3 sets of that 5-4 and the A, and then we have the. Now this time we're gonna go 4 to 6, back to 4, and then that same. Same ending. So one more time on this one. This is solo 2. We got. This one's going to kind of wait later into the measure, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. Okay, so we go up and down and then up and kind of staccato it. 2 bends up and down to the 2 on the D. Now this one's going to go bend and then come down and staccato the non-bent note. And then 2 up and downs after that. 4 in the D. This one's gonna go 4 in the D. So 4 to 2 on the G, and then pull off 4 to 2 on the D. 5 on the A. And then instead of just going, this one's gonna go. So it reverses its order on the D string. 2, 4 in the A. 4 to 2. So it's 4 to 6 slide, quick one. 6, 4, 2. So we got. Okay, so that was 4 bend to the 2. One of those into the 6 to 4 slides. Slide into the 11, 9 on the G, 10 on the B, 12 up and down. So it's. That kind of thing. Okay, and then we have the big long solo at the end. That one's gonna go. So let's look at that beginning part. We got. So we bend the 16 on the G. We bend it up and down to the 14, and then we bend it up again and hit the 14 again. So it's. Same type of thing there. 16 to 14 on the D. So we got. Okay, so 14, 16 on the D. 14, 16, 14 on the G. Back to that 16 on the D. So that was 2 14s and a 13, 2 11s and a 9, and then we start sliding down this second string. So it's 10 to 9, 9 to 7, 7 to 5, 5 to 3, and then you go 2 3 2 0 2. So it's okay, so this whole section again, we got so here we're going to slide into the 4 of the D string. Kind of have a 2 4, couple bends on that 4 to the 2 over here. So it's so here we have a 2 4 on the D, 2 4 2 on the G, 4 on the D. So 2 2 on the G to 4 on the D twice. And you can kind of slide that down and then get ready for the got the hammer, hammer. Now this one's gonna go 2 4 6 5 7. Slide the 7 to the 10. Okay, so we got 2 4 6 5 7 10, 10 to 12 to 10. And then jump up here to get the 16 and 17 down here. 16 on the G, 17 on the B. We're going to do one of those chord bending things up here. We're going to have. So you can kind of start with the 16 on the G by itself, and then we're bending that 16 away from that 17. Keep that 17, planted firmly there. So we got to the 14, bend, and then down to the normal chord there. Now up and down with the bend. 14, 16 on the D, back to 14. So let's look at this again. We got. So this is going to be a quick one, like 17 to 19, and we're going to hit the 19 like 3 times. And then you can do like a 16 to 17 to make it even a little more interesting there. So we got. And then we're going to go. So pull off 19 to 17 on the B, little 17. Pull off again here in the second, 18 on the G, back to that 17. And then quick slide, 18 to 16, and then 14. Go to the D string, 14, 16. Got that 14 on the G. So once again, we got. And that's just like how we did earlier. We started on that note right there and then did the bend. And then we're going to go. So we had the. And then we hit the 17 on the second. We bend it. Have the 17 underneath it with the pinky. Hit 2 chords there and do this twice. Now the third time, just hit a single note. So it was. Up and down there, 16 on the G, 17 on the second, to the 14. So that was that same riff again, and then we're gonna have. This is a quick slide, 17 to 19. We're gonna go. It's like 6 of those. Second half is 6 again, but it's like 117 there, so it's like. And then we're gonna go. So 3 times of that riff. 19, 17 on the second, pull off, and then 17 on the first, 3 times. 2 bends on the 19. Okay, so 2 bends, kind of hold that. And then 1 more bend up and down. 17, 19 over here. 17, 19 twice. We're down to the last phrases. 17, 19, 17, 19, bend. Okay, so it's kind of fading out by that point, but we'd have that. So that was pull off, 18, 16, 14, another 14, hit a 16, bend 1. Like I say, it's kind of fading out by that point. So let's try this whole last solo again. We got. All right, Tuesday's gone. The great Gary Rossington, all of his solos from that tune. I'll do another one where we do the rest of the song and all the chords and stuff. So thanks for watching. Tabs with this. Talk to y'all soon.